Hello? Anybody out there? So, hopefully audio is working out there. Anybody who's been following me along this little adventure of mine, I have written a book. It's called The Last Queen of the Underverse. I don't know why, there's probably a way to reverse all this, but you know, who am I? It's beyond my techie stuff. Somebody will eventually have to clue me in. You know, I could probably Google all this and Google will probably say, you fool, this is how you figure it out. But you know, hey, there it is. But regardless, I have been writing a series of books for those who have been following me along called The Last Queen of the Underverse. And as some of the true believers know, is that I've got at least 2 books out there self-published. And I've also written a small little novella, very thin, called The Last Tales of Emerson K. So, yay! I just wanted to let you know as an update of stuff, I'm writing a 3rd book in the series now. It's called, right now I'm giving the title of The Queen's Regret. And right now, as it stands, I am, if you believe the writing history of the current software which I'm using, which is called Scrivener, for those who are interested in that stuff. According to that, I'm at least at, where is it? 55,577 words. I'm on chapter 10, and apparently this one's going to be a whopper, because most of these chapters are turning in anywhere. Well, there's teeny tiny chapters about 1,100 words, and there's chapters with about 5,000 words. Oh, there you go, 5,000 words, 1,100 words, 5,000 words, 1,100 words, 5,000 words. So there's a lot of chapters, lots of big words. A lot of it's like, Jack slept here, Jack slept over here, Jack slept under this. No, I'm just kidding. It's not like that at all. So yeah, it's been doing stuff like that. So yeah, it's been pretty interesting so far. For those, again, who are interested in statistics, just to let you know, in the month of May alone, I wrote about almost half of what I just did there. 23,231 words. World building words, you know, I wrote about 26,211 words. That's not in the book. That's on the draft. That's just stuff I wrote noodling around going, do. No, I haven't had a life, no. I'm going to go take Sunday night off. I'm going to go to a comedy store, Side Splitters. I'm going to go watch a comic and have some laughs there. So hopefully that'll reset my brain a little bit. Go see Liz Miele up there at Side Splitters. Saw her last year. She showed me a hoot and a half. So I'm sure she's going to like that little plug. A hoot and a half. So, but yes, I've been enjoying this trip down through the book. It's been a lot of fun. I'm liking this a lot. I've met several people who said that they're going to, who are on Amazon's Kindle. Because right now you can read the books. If you're on Kindle through Amazon, you can actually, through Kindle Select program, since it's up, they're back on that, you can actually, borrow the book basically. Read it for basically, because you're paying for the membership, and you can read the book with no extra fees involved and read it that way. So yeah, and then you can leave, and if you can, leave me a comment or two, or leave me a little review. And again, if you feel uncomfortable doing that, you can always leave me a review on my website, or leave a review. Just let me know what you think about it. You can also leave comments on Goodreads and stuff like that. Apparently, Amazon is now sending it out to, wholesaling it out to Barnes & Noble and a few other places now. So it's getting out there. So that's good. I still keep finding little things. here and there in some of the books. So yeah, the other thing too is I had to republish the books through Amazon because of where is it at? Hang on one second. There is a they have a new paper on there for what is it called again? Give me 1 second. Gotta look it up again. It's got a different type of paper now. It's different kind of paper. Well, it's more of a yellow. So it's kind of like an off-white paper, and ground-wood paper is what it is. Is what they're calling it. And it has 15% fewer CO2 equivalent emissions compared to other paper types. So basically, it has less of a carbon imprint. So that's kind of nice. So I've selected that. They don't have it on the hardback editions. So if you prefer paperback editions, they're now available. All the paperback books are like that. So there's that. So yeah, it's a great way to, again, if you're looking for that type of stuff. I've ordered them, and again, it looks pretty. It's very easy for me to read, and as far as that goes, it looks really nice. So if you're wanting to check that out, you're more than welcome to, as far as that goes. Again, I do have some, other than the new versions of that with that groundwood paper, you can always check out the. I still have some still have some copies here for people who want to get some signed copies. As I said last time when I did this, if you guys are interested in getting some signed copies for me, again, you can buy them directly from the website, or if you're visiting with me, just let me know. I've got them here. I'll be more than glad to sign them here, and you just can bypass all that stuff right there. But yeah, they're looking for that. Also too, I'm going to do a little bit of begging and pleading at this point. I've got about, on my Underverse Chronicles, I got about 489 people following me on the Underverse Chronicles. If you got time, if you don't mind, just give that an extra follow, because I'm going to try to put a lot more into that for book updates. So I'm going to try to do less here on my main thing and try to focus more on that. Mainly because I think it's going to be more productive on there. So I'm going to try to jump the followers up on that. At least that's what I'm being told by people who know better about stuff, to try to focus on stuff. It's got a cute picture of Rebecca on there that says, "I shaved my balls for this." So I'm probably going to get flagged for that. So there you go. But until then, hey. It's going to be a lot of fun. But right now it stands at 489 followers on that one. So yeah. But it's got a cool picture of, I did a photo shoot with Shelby on there, and it's got a really cool picture of Shelby on there, which is really nice. She's dressed up as Queen Lyra. And I met one of Shelby's friends the other day. She said she's probably going to pose for pictures for me for doing Chalky. So that ought to be cool. That ought to be a fun thing. So I'm looking forward to that as soon as I get that set up. If anybody else is interested in playing dress up and doing some poses, that would be awesome too. There's plenty of characters, and we can even do a Lyra again if you guys are interested in doing that type of stuff. I'm always looking forward for that type of thing. I didn't hear any response about me doing my reading, except for Doug. Doug was my only champion who said that he enjoyed it. So one out of how many people who heard my 30-second renditions from my reading from the first chapter in the book 1, the story so far. Queen Lyra was dying, and she would be dead by the time the sun set in the Underverse. She had discovered this truth long ago in the Garden of Nowhere. I read this very quickly last time, and all the stories and stuff like that. So it was like popping in and out. So that was fun. Yeah. So yeah, that was kind of cool. Let me see what else had happened. Oh, and I haven't heard any comments yet about the song that I posted on the website. Let me see if I can go to that real quick. Play it again. You guys should be able to hear it. It says it's being picked up on the mic, so you should be able to hear it.
This is Eve, the first story. This is her story rising. Opal eyes unbinding silence, opening the door, defying. Before the queens, before the doors, before our knees learned how to breathe, she rose from clay with opal eyes, a spark the scribes refused to see. They wrote she lived to serve a name, but fire flickered in her veins. In the stillness of the garden air, older voices called her brave. Whispers in the branches bending, ancient aching, undefined. Stay in stillness if you wish, or take the risk to claim your mind. She is the first story, she is the first hero, breaking the circle with a trembling bite.
Anyway, if you guys are interested in hearing more about that song, you could always go to my website at fotodono.com. That's Fotodono. It's on the link that's live there, and you can download it for free if you're interested. I wrote these lyrics based on this character Eve. She's more prominent in book 1. If you're interested in the thing, it's basically this is it. This is the lyrics right here. This is Eve, the first story. This is her story rising. Opal eyes unbinding silence, opening the door, defying. Before the queens, before the doors, before unease learned how to breathe, she rose from clay with opal eyes, a spark that scribes refused to see. They wrote she lived to serve a name, but the fire flickered in her veins. In stillness of the garden air, older voices called her brave. Whispers in the branches bending, ancient aching, undefined. Stay in stillness if you wish, or take the risk to claim your mind. She is the first story, she is the first hero, breaking the circle with trembling bite. She is the first story, she is the first hero, opening the door, dragging the world into light. They named her curse, they named her blame, but hunger made the cosmos move. Her choice began the human tale, a wounded world that learns to choose. Adam mourned the fall of calm. Eve stepped forward, unafraid, teaching children how to rise. Inside the storm, the choices made. Some say she wept until the heavens heard the truth inside her cry. Some say she carried the stolen light to keep the fragile soul alive. She is the first story, she's the first hero, breaking the circle with trembling bite. She is the first story, the first hero, opening the door, dragging the world into light. And it kind of repeats after that. So I kind of muddled around with it a little bit and stuff like that. I have no idea if this is any good or not. Some of you songwriters out there who actually follow me, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more, say no more. You'll have to tell me if this is any good or not. But yeah, that's kind of things that I've been noodling on right there. I've written a couple more things on that same theme. So I got the idea about this because I heard about people coming up with another alternative for Eve. Because there's nothing about Eve at all in this, in any of the scholarly stuff or any of the Hebrew texts and stuff like that about Eve being like this. But there's been other things written about Eve being the first hero, and I thought that was kind of a cool thing. So I always thought that was a unique concept that Eve was actually a hero. And I always thought that'd be kind of a cool concept, so I thought, well, why not? And so there you go. So that's where I came up with that and put that, and I decided she'd be a cool character to write about. Anyway, so there's where that's at on that one right there. But you'll find more about her in book 2 if you guys are interested in finding more about that. As I said, the song, if you go want to hear the song in its entirety, it's in there. Again, I had to throw them on. Hey, Car. Hey, I just saw that. Hey, how you doing? So, but if you want to find out more about her, she's in this book too. She's gonna be in book 3. Spoilers. I'm not sure how much yet. I got a lot of characters in book 3 apparently. I think I have to kill off a couple. Who knows? If you like any of the characters, let me know. Maybe I won't kill off any of your favorites, if you have a favorite. Or if you really hate any of them in their entirety. Now's the time to let me know. Some of them have got to go. Yeah, poor characters. I always feel bad about Rebecca in the books because she gets put through the ringer. Oh well. But yeah, it's been a fun journey writing these books, and I've been enjoying it. So, but yeah, so now I'm working on book 3. I'm hoping I will have the first draft of book 3. Anybody who decided to be a beta tester last time, I'm going to hit you guys up again if you want to be a beta tester again. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Cara. And if you guys want to be a beta tester again, I'll be more than willing to chuck a book at you if you want to read it, the 3rd book. But yeah, if you guys are interested in that and listening to that one right there. I don't know. I'm surprised I haven't been banned yet. Some of the things I've been writing in the 2 books is like, might be getting me in trouble in some circles. Well, it is Pride Month, so as far as I'm concerned, I think that's a good circle to be in. At least I hope that I did the characters justice in the books. Who knows? I try to write them as people. Hope I did a good job at that. Yeah, oh well. But so if you want, I can read you guys a little bit of I did put a spoiler in the Lost Tales of Embers Cave for book 3. But I could go a little bit deeper into book 3. Because here's the chapters right now for book 3. I got the prologue, Sarah Lopez visits the library. And then we go into chapter, which is 600,000 years ago, Origins. It's a little bit about Queen Lyra. Then we got Lyra's Last Secret. I know, that's if you haven't read any of the books, you have no context for any of this stuff, so I'm just giving you that. The next chapter, that's kind of like a dead ringer. That's spoilers. So there you go. Then we got Dreams and Daughters. That'll be a fun one. We got parenting rule number 1: don't panic. Yeah, no. I don't think any parent has never not panicked. Family options. Book World, What's Another Bombshell. Keep in mind, these titles for these chapters are not set in stone, so these may change. Then we got 800 years ago, Dorothy Wins. Home is Where the Heart Is. Some Things Are Left Unsaid. I know, these are kind of out there. 700 years ago, Memory Loss. Finders Keepers. This sounds like... These are only what an 80s kids would come up with, I think, some of these titles. And then Strange Visitor from Another Planet. Probably going to get sued for that title. And then the next chapter I'm working on right now, it's called Home Again, Home Again. There's more that I'm working on. They're not quite set in stone yet. So, but yeah, we'll see how the rest goes. Does anybody have any questions? I don't know if there's any comments. Can I see comments? I don't know. Can I? I can't know if I can see them. You're the only one that's watching, so. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'm trying to think what else. Other than that, if you've read the books or if you've liked the books, I appreciate you taking the time to follow me along on this journey. If you like the books or read the books, just like you said, leave the comments here and there. Like I said, Goodreads and Amazon. Again, thank you, Cara, very much for leaving that review. I appreciate that. Just keep following me along on the journey. I appreciate that. One day, we'll see what happens with them. You know, maybe I'll do something else. All I can tell you is my son has enjoyed the fact that his father has been writing these books. So, in the end of the day, that's all that matters. Because you know, he's the one who told me to do it. So, or he dared me to do it. So it's a win in my column. So I'm very happy and blessed about that. Other than that, that's about it. I'm going to sign off for now. Otherwise, I think I'll just keep rambling on. All right, thanks again, guys. Hope you guys are having a great day and enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the Underverse, and look forward to chatting with you guys hopefully in the near future. Bye.